Good morning and welcome to Chatting with Wisdom, Moon Musings on this beautiful, cool Monday morning. So we're definitely into the fall weather for those of us up here in Northeastern Ontario. So it's been a while since I've gone live to share Grandmother Moon's medicines. So I'm really excited to be back. And so so if you're looking for more in-depth details, you can actually get them on my website in the blog section. So the Moon Musings blog is definitely there for you to be able to go and dive in a little deeper. So for those of you who don't know who I am, Gigido Migun Kwe, which means talking feather woman, and I'm also known as Roly Lair. So today I'm here to share the wisdom and energy that Grandmother Moon brings for this week. So today for the week of September 9th to, I don't even know what date we go to. So September 9th to, which is today, until the 15th. So September 9th to the 15th. So we're starting off with the waxing crescent moon, which started on September 7th. And it's going to last until September 11th, roughly about 2:05 a.m. in Eastern time. So this is a powerful phase for setting new intentions, acquiring knowledge, and working on personal development. So it's a time to plant the seeds of your goals and reflect on your broader life ambitions. So, however, on September 9th, I'm reading, and you can tell that I'm reading, but I just want to make sure that I get all this. So, however, on September 9th at 1:11 p.m. Eastern time, we're actually going to be experiencing a new moon, a void moon. And so during this period, it's best to avoid anything new. So this is a really good time for us to really kind of get things finished. It's a time for pausing and resetting. So I'm just going to try not reading because it's just, it's not me, as you guys know. So I'm going to go to my points, but that's kind of where things are at. So, but this is if you've got some projects that were on the go this afternoon around 1:11 p.m. Eastern time would be a really good time to be able to kind of tackle those things and really focus on getting those things completed during this time. We don't have a long time in the void energy because we're moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius at 1:26. So it's a very short void moon, but there may be something that is I've only got a few more things that I need to get done. That would be a really good time for you to be able to kind of really zone in that time frame. So with the Sagittarius moon, it's guiding us from 1:26 p.m. until September 11th at 8:19 p.m. And so during this time, we're invited to explore and seek wisdom and expand. So this is a really good time for us to be able to go into that energy. And Sagittarius has a lot of playfulness and curiosity. So this is a really good time for us to be able to kind of get into that playful side of us that we often don't do. So, I'm just going to read this part. So it says, this is the time to embrace curiosity, adventure, and growth, both internal and external. So just kind of what it is that I was just saying. So on September 11th at 2:05, we're entering the first quarter moon. So during that first quarter moon, this is the action phase. So the new moon, we actually set our intention, and then we actually move into just kind of zoning in a little bit about what it is that we want to do and how we want to be able to kind of move that intention forward. And so during this time, this is when we can have this take action kind of step. So this is pushing toward and making full decisions and taking decisive steps of moving ahead and getting things done. And so trust in your abilities and take confidence in these steps. This is a key time to make things happen. So really, really important for us to be able to do that. So, and then again, we move into another void moon. So we get into void moons often as we're transitioning from one moon energy to the other. So we've got our phases, we've got our moon energies, and so the energies, we have the 12 zodiac signs that we actually move through an entire month. And so it's really important for us to be able to understand like what is shifting. So like if you've ever paid attention to like these ups and downs that you have, I'm like, oh, I'm like super motivated. Then it's like, oh, I just want to relax and just want to like indulge in food, or I just want to like kick back and do whatever, or like my brain's going a mile a minute. And that's because we're moving into these different energies as we're going through. So that's just really important to note. So, so as we move into that void moon, this is a great opportunity, again, to slow down and reflect, take a breather, avoid starting anything new, and focus on completing and reviewing anything that you've begun. And so that one there's a little longer than the one that's happening today. So we're actually going to go from 8:19 p.m. Eastern time to 9:26 p.m. Eastern time. So just a little over an hour. So we have a little bit more time to be able to kind of get things done there. And so or just to be able to chill. Maybe that's all that you need to do. So, and so we're going to move into the Capricorn energy. And so this is actually going to guide us from, as I said, September 11th until September 14th. So Capricorn's energy is all about stability. So long-term goals, getting things done. So like, this is a really good time for us to be in that first quarter moon energy so that we can actually get, because we're already taking action in the first quarter moon. And so now this allows us to be able to get into that structure. So this is a period to assess your resources, organize your life, and focus on what truly matters in the long run. Capricorn teaches us patience and persistence. So take a steady, grounded approach in your tasks. So on September 14th, we are going to be struck again with another void moon, which means that we're shifting from Capricorn to Aquarius. And so that one's happening at 3:54 p.m. Eastern time. And during the void moon, avoid launching new projects and making decisions. And so this is, and we talked about being able to hit pause and take a breather. So, so at 3:54 a.m. on September 14th, we move into Aquarius. So Aquarius is an air sign, which means that a lot in our head. And Aquarius really looks at things outside of the box. So like this is a really good time for us to be able to tap into that. So this is where we're ushering in waves of social energy, innovation, and collaboration. So this is a time for deep connections, fresh ideas, and exploring new perspectives. Aquarius energy encourages us to think collectively, share our unique viewpoints, and engage with others in meaningful ways. And so, so later on, so what time did we say that void moon was happening? So 3:54, and then at 4:37, we're transferring into the waxing gibbous moon. And so this moon, this phase actually heightens our emotions and increased energy. So it's important to stay focused, especially given that we're in an Aquarius moon, because it's easy in an air moon for us to kind of be all over the place. So like just really stay focused on what it is that we need to do. And so if you feel overwhelmed or agitated, it's a sign to refocus and take small, manageable steps towards your goals. This is the time to make adjustments and ensure that you're moving in the right direction as we get closer to the full moon. So as we move through these phases, energies, and void moons, it's important to remember that Grandmother Moon's guidance helps us not only in moments of action, but also takes time for stillness. So when we're in these void moons, I'm going to reiterate that one again, because a lot of people are not really familiar with the void moon energy. And so, because that was a conversation that I had with somebody, they're like, there's lots, like on your posts, there's often like a lot of void moons, and it just seems like there's lots of them. And it's like, there is, because it's when we're transitioning from one zodiac sign to the next. So it doesn't mean that that particular, so when, for example, today we are in, excuse me. So today we are in, what energy are we in? So right now we're in Scorpio, and we're moving into the Sagittarius moon. And so we're actually, so Scorpio energy doesn't end when we go into a void moon, but it actually And Sagittarius energy doesn't start, but it's kind of like that in between. I'm shifting. So like when you're changing shifts, for example, so just being able to kind of shift from one to the next. So embrace void moons and the calm and flow within the week. So it really gives us a chance to be able to pause a few times throughout the week. So whether it's for longer periods or shorter periods, it just still allows us to be able to kind of line up. So I hope this gives you a wonderful start to your week. And for more insights, check out the weekly Moonsing blog. And thanks for joining me today. And may Grandmother Moon guide you on your journey. So I am excited to be back, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye for now.